This is the University of Minnesota Shotokan Karate Club, October 2nd, both live training and on Zoom, and being recorded for asynchronous training later. Let's bow to these people. Great. Group, spread around, face the front. An informal bow is okay. Feet together. Right. Pick up one foot, go around with your ankle and toes. Switch, right. Other foot. Other way. Feet together, on your knees. Other way. Feet apart, around your hips. Other way. Use your legs, poke your arms around. Switch. Cross. So when we start moving, I want you to be in front of the camera. I want that to be like, oh, I'm in the class, and I'm part of the group moving forwards and backwards. One day, maybe I'm going to make one of you wear a camera on your head, and you can train as we go. Let's see, kick up your heels. One leg in front, swing your back leg up with your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crescent kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn your toes out, your heels in, squat all the way down. Put your hands on the floor, straighten your legs, squat, straighten, squat, straighten, squat, straighten, and squat. Put your feet out behind you. Pushing back, so your shoulders and back, and neck. Go again. Pull your feet in. Squatting. Give it out. Down and forward. And back, good forward, and down, and back, and down, and back, and shoulder with shoulder, switch, side, switch, round, switch, right? Straighten the leg. Switch, 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 switch and drop down. Switch. Switch, 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 all the way over. Switch the other side. And back. And over. And back. And over. And switch. All the way over. Stretch the other side. And back. And over. And back. And over. Back. Get your feet in, squatting. Straighten your legs and step down. Roll up. Round your hip. Switch. Side, side. Squeeze one knee up into your chest. Switch. 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 And switch. Reach around behind. Grab an ankle. Switch. Switch. And switch. A couple times here. Take a deep one, take a step forward. Step forward. Step forward, reach up. Step forward. Step forward, turn to the outside. Switch. And shake out your wrists. And that way. Straight uniform. I'm still finding it really hard to breathe in my mask. I have a double thickness mask. So I'm trying to be safe for people. My bottom one is the sports one with the valves, but that doesn't protect other people, so I put another mask over to filter the air. Feet together. Now, depart. Left arm, left arm up. Center hip and punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Double punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everybody stay right where you are. Your butt sticking out. Tuck under a little bit. Yep, just a little bit. Your palms, you're leaning backwards. You're a little like, you're going to feel like you're falling forward a little bit. That's better. More dry arm. Instead of way over here, punch it a little bit more, that's better. Keep it up. Never hip and punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One head, 2 step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's strong arms. Let's move up a little bit, please. Keep coming, Lauren, keep coming. Okay. Well, keep it up. Left hand up. Twist your hips. Switch both feet. Rotate in front stance. 1. Back to center, double punch. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, when you punch this way. And yeah, the second punch here. Rest. Shake it out a little bit. Back to that. Try to punch to the side. Leave your arms where they are. Rotate them in just a little bit as you front kick and twist over and punch. 1, kick, punch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mentioned, but as you kick, this arm can't do this. Because generally, that means your body also broke. Wind this in a little extra so your body stays straighter and taller, and then twist while you're straight up and down towards the target. Try again. Try to put this way. Wrap this arm in. 1, kick, punch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty darn good. Now make sure you pull. So you kick from here to here, bend down, push your arm out, and leave the side dead. Instead, use this arm to pull all the way through your system to your back heel. So you do a kick, pull, all the way down through. Give it a try. Arm comes out. 1, kick, pull. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, punch. Ready? 'Cause roundhouse kicks, I will tell you to try again, keep this arm wrapped tighter as you kick. There's sometimes a real sensation of letting it go. Please don't do that. And then when you go the other way, pull the arm, counter punch. Keep it up. Turn the faces, way punching. Wash the area, then punch the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 8. Now when you kick, try to pick this knee up. So don't let it slide. Don't let it slide so close. Your knee up. As if you were clearing a small child or your dog. Certainly you like your dog. You wouldn't want to kick them. Here we go. Put your knee up. 1, up, and then back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got the punch. 8. Your arm out. 8. So when you kick, try to keep your arm more stable. There's a real tendency to you. Just remember, try to keep it pointing towards the target. When you two punch, you have to try to get your hip and body into the target more. So what happens sometimes is you do a perfectly fine kick, and then your hip and butt roll out behind you, and there's not as much pressure going forward. So one thing you can do is try to spin off your heel. That tends to move you more this way. But more than that, even if you don't do that, push under here forward towards the target. So it was this way, driving out towards the target. Even just a little bit of backtracking takes away from the whole idea of the stance and the whole idea of karate training. There will be, I'm making these little short videos that are supposed to be 3 to 5 minutes long, and I'll post them as 3 done already. Yes, you should be very proud of me. I do them all one time, so. But one series is going to be about hitting with your center and what's important. And in karate, we have our very own, you need the stance, you need the posture. That's true, but sometimes you don't have that luxury. You still have to be able to hit with your center. So I will try to go over what happens if I have to step backwards, but I have to hit something. I can't do this. So there is a point where your center will shot forward even if you're physically moving backwards. Or when you hit a target like this, sometimes, just got me. Thanks. Karate, a lot of times, 1, 2. That's a very basic concept. But it turns out, a lot of times the body is made to take that direction and power to absorb it. More damaging is up and under, or down and in, and from the sides. So boxers know that, and they hit this way all the time to change their angles. Karate people see that and they try to copy it, and what they kind of end up doing is bad boxing with bad karate. That's neither one. That's not good boxing or good karate. So you got to figure out how you can let your center drive the hit, even if you're moving back out of the way. Just for a second, your body drives it. It's kind of a cool thing. So, given more time and things to hit, we would work on that. But I want you to be aware of it. All this basic training is to teach you the concept, and then sometimes you do it different. Sometimes when I got it out, bang, you got the hip. I didn't have a back leg, it was just moving. So like this. Then we were shifting, and you have to try to see if you can hit the door center. Feet together, out. forward fighting position. 8. 2 counts. First count, shift forward jab. 1. Shift forward, counter punch this way. 2. Recover in. 1, 2. Recover in. 1, 2. Recover in. 1, 2. Recover in. 1, 2. Recover in. Turn. 1, 2. Recover in. 1, 2. Recover in. 1, 2. Recover in. 1, 2. Recover in. 1, 2. Down, down. Yes. Recover in. 1, 2. Recover in. Turn it up for a second. I definitely forgot to put my phone on. Okay, we're back. John Noel, how you doing? All right. So, I was talking earlier on my excellent lecture about hitting with your center. When you do these movements shifting forward, you still have to remember that. This part goes through your elbow to your fist and you hit the target. Ideally, your body would also be behind it. Some of you are top heavy or out of balance. And then when you do the second one, you got the same deal. You want to be driving forward towards the target. So either do the shift smaller or radically improve your aim so your center forward, forward. If I am punching, I guess this is the thing too. You go from wide to narrow. So I'm aiming towards the middle. Center, center. Recover, still center. Not head, body, and then stand. And the recovering forward thing, I'll tell you just quickly. For this purposes, if I do an excellent job and I hit here, and then I stop, I'm at his distance for hitting. Right? So in a tournament, if I'm fighting, it tends to go whap, whap, and then I won, but now I'm on the ground where I got hurt. People are aware of that. And so some people decided they can't stand there, they have to escape. And it started to look like it. And that seems okay, but when you watch it in slow motion, every part of me is going away before I get there because I know I'm going to get hit in just a second. And it takes away from your power. So Sensei Nishiyama's idea was to move forward, which feels a little bit like suicide. So it's not so much 1, 2, because he would just hit you. The idea is there's action space here, and I'm going to take that space away from him. So my recovery forward still goes in with my hip. Even if I did his move, if I was here, 1, 2, I'd be trying to take that away and take his balance away. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit so I'm in charge. Otherwise, we're equal. He's got as much strength and stability as I do. So, that seems like a little thing, but he made that change for us in the mid-80s, and it was really hard. And so I discovered 2 things. One is that when you're here, we were just done. And you couldn't move forward. So you had to learn to keep your leg active so it could push you, which is smart anyway. Why would you want to be a sitting target? And then the other idea is just controlling the space in front of you. In, but control it while you're there. So try again. Left leg forward. Shift and jab and hold. 1. Hip in, butt in. So there's pressure here. There. And here. And here. 2. Twist a lot. Into the middle of you. Recover. structure. There's no muscle behind it. Put your shoulder down, squeeze your legs first. Like, oh, better. 3. That is better. Get up tall. Recover. 1, 2, 3. Turn away. 1, 2, 3. Get up tall. Push this forward. Just a tiny bit. Underneath. 1. Underneath more. Underneath. 2. Pull this up. 3. 1. Under. Relaxed. 2. 3. Recover. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1 count, jab, counter, and hold. Ready? 1, off, off. Recover. 2. Recover. 3. Recover. Gotta do the same that we just did. 4. Twist, twist, twist. Recover. 5. Turn away. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Turn. The speed jab on. Ready? That was way better on the last couple. Are they hard? Is it difficult? Alright, but nothing hurts? Okay. I find, I haven't shifted on this floor in forever. It's slippery sometimes, so you have to pay attention. Some floors are not. You can push that on harder. It's the thing. And up. Last leg forward. Jab, counter, and hold. 1, off. 1 snap hit. 2. Back to strike, counter punch 3. Recover. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, jab, counter. From kick and hold. 2, 3. Back fist. Recover. 1, 2, 3. Recover. 1, 2, 3. Turn away. Lay up for just a moment. So, some of you, let your legs drag behind you. You want them to push you forward as you go. And the difference is pretty huge if you can use your feet to start your action. Instead of a dead punch, dead punch on my foot, we go boom, boom, and there's more shot. Sometimes it's just a little bit, everything counts when you're trying to get maximum power. So I would use my legs here, of course I would use my leg here, I need to turn it over here. Your body has to lead this, so there's weight there. And then your body again gets to move the thing. So each one has leg and body action. Totally not the same as over. That's just short one. So that is one reason that I stop on the recoil. I want you to figure out how to make a base there and move. So let's try again. Left leg forward. Fighting position. Jab, counter, use your leg. On, palm, driving forward into the target. Keep this line and kick into the target. Heel. 3, 4. Recover. Push your feet like. 1, 2, 3. Almost. Recover. 1, 2, 3. Turn. Try one count. Nice and smooth. There's no big hurt. Try to use your legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn. So on this particular drill, we're going to do one shift for each action. Shift, shift, hit, shift. Sometimes you forget. I couldn't hit you with the stick, but I thought I'd just try it first. Ready to left leg forward. 1, 2, forward, 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 forward. 3, forward, 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 forward. You're down. There. Last side down. Go as quickly as you can. Try to fall down. Last one. So back in my day, we did all kinds of combinations. I discarded most of them because they were just exercises and movement. I try to do the ones that are applicable to Kumite or to teaching you a principle, something. But any combination, especially one that's frustrating for you, is good for you to work on. So if you only do the stuff you're comfortable with, you won't learn much. If they keep giving you stuff that, oh, this is awkward, this is the wrong hand, I can't, you'll figure it out and you'll get more personal. So hang in there, even if it's frustrating. Hey, last leg forward, fighting position. Twist your hip, counter punch this way. On, shift forward this way, counter punch down. Heel, recover. On, 2. Recover. 1, 2. Recover. 1, 2. Recover. So the shift in this particular case is moving your front foot on the first one. So I want you to be relatively shallow and go 1, drive. So I've got my weight driving into the top. 1. And continue to let your hips swing. Try it again. Heel. Yep. Recover. 1. Heel. Recover. 1. Heel. Recover. 1. Heel. Turn away. Everybody probably has the right foot front. Now change it. Instead of stopping here, and then winding your hip up, punch again, twist past here, like your hip wants to go all the way to the 45 degrees this way. And then I'll say do, and you punch that. So give that a try. Left leg in front, still 2 counts. First one, over twist, and put all of your weight in your front leg. 1, 2, recover. 1, twisting, twisting, twisting. Heel. Over. 1, 2, over. 1, 2, over. 1, 2, over. 1. Drop your arm for a while and pull. See if you can feel it back from the inside all the way down your body. Rack it. Heel. Better. Recover. 1. That's better. Heel. Hold up. Recover. 1. Heel. Recover. 1. Heel. Turn. Up for a second. There. Sometimes we do stuff because it's a tradition. And that might mean it's an ancient tradition and all Shotokan does it. It might mean your teacher did it, so you do it. So sometimes it's stuff without explanation. Some stuff you don't understand right away, but it's just trying to teach you to do something. A large part of karate is trying to get your whole body to expand and contract. It'll make you more stable, stronger. I think it's the thing that makes you still be able to operate when you're old, 60, 70, 80. There are people in the world of karate that don't do anything like what we do, and we would consider it kickboxing. And some people are really, really good at it. They're fast, they're strong. But I feel like when you start to get a little older, that natural speed and strength and athleticism goes away. And if they had spent that time, that 20 years, working on moving from center, expansion, contraction, they would start to get quicker over time. Which doesn't make sense, but I've seen it. So, I've seen people 70 years old or older destroy somebody much younger. And it totally didn't make any sense. You go, no, that can't be right. But it was. It was really cool. So, things like a drawing arm, or settling into the ground, or using your legs, maybe it feels onerous at first, or sometimes not practical. There's an excellent argument to be made that my arm here is not protecting my face. That's true. I think in traditional karate, it was there for one of 2 reasons. He threw a punch at me, and I covered it, and I'm going to pull it down as it hit him. So I cracked this arm, you can't do that one. No, we can't do it, no! So see, it was pulling. Or even more this way. Maybe he grabs, he's going to punch me. This is my self-defense situation. So what I'm going to choose to do, he gave me this, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to block this off to the side, this way. Then I'm going to punch him. Boom. So it starts to look like 1, 2, because that's my best option at that point, or a good option. When they taught it without the applications, everybody forgot why. I don't know why that is. So Sensei Nishiyama didn't keep it a secret. He said, no, they never taught us applications. We made some up later, but they didn't know what it was for. And a guy named Kanai Mamuni taught at Sensei's summer camp a couple times, and they became friends, and he taught them some applications. And I swear that every week he was teaching them, like he always did. Like, well, you didn't know that before. So, Here we go. Left leg forward, fighting position. Pick your back leg up. Twist your hip, roundhouse kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So some of you have been doing roundhouse kicks for a very long time. And some of you are actually naturally flexible. So you don't have a problem doing this roundhouse kick. That's what it looks like. The whole group, though, could work on getting the pressure to go from your center down into the floor. So not up this way. That tightens your joints and it takes away your balance. If anybody knows they're going to do what they're doing, they'll hit you on the way up. So I want you to do the opposite. I want you to do you're shooing yourself down into the ground. Down, down, down. As this foot comes around. It'll make it much heavier when it hits, and it'll make your joints softer. So just try it for a while and see how it goes. Left leg in front. Screw yourself down into your front leg as you kick. 1, down. 2, down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep your head up. 7, 8, 9. Not bad. Turn, right? 3 counts. First count is twist your hip, pass halfway, and punch this way. 1, then kick it over the recoil. 2, and then punch. 3. Slide in on that last punch like you're kicking the leg. Here we go. Punch and twist. 1. Keep your arm out here around those kick. 2, 3. Here we go. 1, over twist, 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 twist. 2, 3. Work. 1, 2, 3. Work. I want you to hold the recoil so you're regaining pressure in your support leg. 1, over twist. 2, 3. Work. 1, down into your front leg. Up. 2, 3. Over. 1. Out. 2, 3. Over. 1, 2, 3. Out. Turn, right? You feel the pass a little better? So I've talked about this a lot last year. If you have a hammer and you're going to pound in a nail, you have to figure out the best way to do it. It's totally possible. Pick this hammer up and go back, step, and you'll eventually get the nail. But probably how big makes more sense. So some people kick this way all the time. They do that little, and it can hurt and sting, and it can be tricky. But learn the basic, how do I get my body to hit the guy? Boom, sideways first, and then you can do lots of variations. So in this particular drill, I want your knee to come out and around. I don't want it to come through the middle and then kick with a little tiny. Try it again, left leg forward. 1 count. Counter punch around, 3 counter. 1. Heel. 3. Over. 4. 5. sometimes. Ready? Speed, go this way, jab, counter punch. Those are not very good, guys. Questions, problems, comments, suggestions? We're still now, and for the next couple weeks, just trying to get back into the shape of being able to move and remember what your basics are and your tie is and stuff like that. So please don't be too hard on yourself. Can't do something or hit it frustrating. But also, big improvement comes sometimes in little steps at a time, and if you just make the little changes, sometimes it really, really helps. So, pay attention to the ones you can. I just read a thing about people getting overloaded with information. No, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. People are like, I can't, I don't remember any of that. And the one person said she figured out that. So yeah, he told me about 10 things, but I can only really think of this one. I'm going to do this one thing. And that seemed to make him happy. Like, oh, that was good. So it's not a bad way to learn. Learn about one or two things. If you start hearing too much information, just let it go for a while and work on your one or two things. Just a little bit more for basics, and we'll do kata for the whole second part. Right feet together, out. Left arm, left leg forward, right hand block back. Right? Moving forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, Rich. Hey, Rich. So your back stance is good for lots of stuff. Quite often, people teach you to block in a back stance and counter punch. And a reason is that you do a step and punch, and I step back and I do a step punch stance block. I can't hit him without moving, which gives him time to hit me on my way in, right? So that's not the world's greatest strategy. You can change the angles, you can change the timing, but it's got kind of a basic flaw in that he has the advantage of coming forward, moving first, got forward momentum. 7 ones again. If I do the same block here in the back stance, I can shift and hit him without taking any time. It's a strategic thing to do. In addition to that, I could have moved to the side, changed the angles, stuff like that. But sometimes, 7 ones again, a back stance is just enough to save you so you can do the counter. It's a good thing to know how to do. In addition, let's pretend it wasn't worthwhile. It had no value at all. And you wonder, why would I stand like this? It has to do with indirect pressure, whether it's a cat stance, a little one, a big one, or a back stance. If you can figure out how to make pressure from here to here, you can make shock that's very strong. Stronger than you would think. And this stability shows up later in your front stance. So instead of me going where I have no pressure, I go, and I pressure down on the ground, just push it. No, yes, pressure. is this pressure. It's an indirect winding pressure down into your body. So it'd be worth studying the back stance just to learn that. Because later it kind of permeates all of your stances. And what's part of what makes karate karate is the ability to use your whole body when you're down the track. So, moving forward or backwards, I want you to try to see if you can use this arm to squeeze into your center and down into your leg and increase this pressure. So not lighter, heavier when you move. It might help if you don't quite touch your front heel. Because as a training method, when people put their weight there, they just kind of lose that idea. So everybody moving forward, right now, leave your heel a paper distance off the floor. And see if you can get your back leg into more pressure. Right now, left arm, left leg forward, nice hand block. Moving forward. 1, pull down. 2, pull down. Pull forward. 3, pull down. Still too much. Pull forward. 4, you do it without touching your front heel. 5, almost. But don't let the weight go forward and come back. 1, not close. 2, backwards. 1, 2, drop your front hip just a tiny bit. 2, 3, 4, much better. 5, just squeeze you more. 6, 7, 8. So now going forward and backwards, see if you can feel this. I thought this was only a problem going backwards, but when I watched it the second time, it's a problem going forward and backwards. What you should be able to do is feel down in your back like this way, and almost everybody goes down and then up. Backwards, it should be easier to get, and if you settle into the position, it's relatively easy, but people don't do that. They kind of go. The balance is the bad part. Don't let it bounce. Don't hurt yourself. Let's push down into the floor all the time. Hold. When you release, maybe you can come up. Or forward to backwards. Try it again. Left leg forward, see if you can make it down pressure. 1, no bounce. Moving forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Backwards. Drop your front hip 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving forward, head and block. 1.
Attention medical members, we want to let you know that masks or face coverings that cover both your nose and your mouth are required at all times in recreational wellness facilities, even while exercising and during group fitness classes. Masks may only be removed while showering, drinking, or during water activities in the pools. Remember to keep 6 feet apart from others and wipe down equipment before and after use. Again, masks or face coverings that cover both your nose and your mouth are required at all times in our facilities, even while exercising. Thank you and have a great day.
Everybody's got your right leg forward and then block. You're going to drive into a front stance on 2, and then right hand block again on 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then weird. Step forward, nice head block. 1, now counter punch. 2, and block again. 3. When you shift to a front stance, your weight goes forward. One. This is a big 70-30, 60-40 change. Some of you don't look like that. You're here, and when you punch, you're neutral at best. So it's important. Palm. Try to get the forward pressure. That's all I'm going to tell you for right now. We're going to do a couple more times for the break. Left leg forward, knife hand block. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Couple times. You're going to key out on the first knife hand block. Wait for the second count. And then punch and key out again on the knife hand block. It's only 2 guys. Bathroom, get water. Pause my camera over here. We will go through the lower katas first, the hands and technique. If you want to do a kata again, raise your hand or say I want to do that one again. Otherwise, we'll just kind of go through quick and then we'll work on diet and feet, and then we'll see how much time we have to go backwards again. Oh, you're right. We have to end at 8 or 7:45 because they want to close the gym at 8, and they'll let you shower till 8:15. And that's supposed to be temporary until they go to phase 2 or 3 or whatever phase they're in.
They're on phase 2 right now.
All right, phase 3 then. When we go through these lower belt katas, especially Amsterdam, please pay attention to your structure. So your body is nice and straight and tall. Your stances are good, full stances. But your drawing arm, try to pull through your body all the way down to the floor. Don't just kind of move. It's the mechanics that will teach you later. Lots of good things about karate. Feet together, up. Hands up. Whip. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Alright, so although I said this once, we'll do it again like I want you. Up. Hands up. One. You have to pull your hand back a little more. Push this underneath you more. You have to squeeze your body more. No, don't turn. Just tight. Kill. Now straighten your back leg a little more. Yep, so it's pushing you. 1. A little more seconds. 2. 3. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. You get full advantage of the work side. 1, 2, better. 1, heel. Almost. Now push out into both feet. Yep, that's better. Hit. That was pretty good. So there are times, everybody learns a kata, like say hand shodan. You do it for a few months, that's great. You do it again for a few months. You're like, you know what? I've done enough hand shodan now. I want to do anything else. And Sensei Nishiyama would come to teach seminars, and the whole weekend we do hand shodan. And it would be he's trying to demonstrate a principle. Okay. Moving from center, reaching with your feet, reaching. Okay, now hand shodan. We do it. Now more drawing on it. We do it. Breathing, tremor, more expansion, contraction. We do that. So hand shodan is just basics in a pattern that should be super comfortable, and you can always go back to it and try to learn something new. So if you have a habit, let's say, of your head changing when you punch, did you learn that way? Did you think that way? Because, I don't know, your glasses are funny. Go back to hand shodan, and what happens is, like, okay, gotta keep my head up, Good. Oh, crap. Good, until you forget for just a second, and the habit will come back. So keep trying to replace it in hand shodan, and sometimes it shows up in other places too. But don't feel bad if they keep correcting and working on your lower ball kata. It affects everything else too. You do feel silly though. So there's a story, it's a short story, I know you'll love it. And it might have been Okazaki, but I know this has happened to many people because I have seen it. He passed his black belt test, and he's thinking, yeah, I passed my black belt test. These other 20 guys, they all failed, but I passed. And they pull you over to the side, and they say, hand shodan. Like this, here, keep the other mouth, just you. Hand shodan. Hand shodan. 1. No, where's your hip? Go back. Do it again. Ready? 1. Stop. Oh, go back. Bigger arm. Up, down. 1. Oh, better. Hip sideways. Stronger body. Back. And they'll spend 20 minutes doing this one stupid move. You're a black belt? What? And instead of walking around like, So it's made to encourage you to continue to study, not just think, oh, I got it now and I can move on. Improperly applied, people quit, where they're like, I suck, I can't do this anymore, I'm going to leave. So please don't do that. But what should happen over time is you sign of, they call it a humbleness. You develop the attitude that no matter how often I've done this, I can learn more. And the result of that is that you get a great depth of knowledge, right? Instead of, I can do 37 kicks and 20 backfist strikes and 15 spins, and oh great. And they look like 6-year-olds that do the jumps and spins and kicks. Not that there's anything wrong with doing those. It's just that people that often do those, they're all about the show and not about the substance. So, anyway, handy down. Up. Like that. Boy. 1. More sideways. Shoulders up. Your stance is good, your position is good, your body's not. Squeeze Squeeze your little finger and feel it down the side. There! Can you kind of feel the whole thing gets tighter, stronger? Heel! Twist your hip. You're supposed to be pushing on me, your legs. Turning towards me. Nope, yep. More. 3, now shoulder down. 1. Arm up higher. Strong legs. You. Drill a little bit. Drop this one down. Push. 3. Shoulder down. Body down. Strong tummy. So it is hard to understand, but even when you make pressure this way, you need your stomach to be strong. Fix this one. Turn it straight. Yep. I'd pull it back a little bit. Be too long. 1. Stack and hold. Look to your left. Other hip. This is going to block this. You. Yep. Legs. Where's your leg? Your drawing side. Pull that down into your body. Oh, baby. And then you have to relax your shoulder. Yes. That's much better. Sorry. 2. 3. Good. Now we're on the same spot. Everything's good. Elbow up. Cross here. Point down. A little deeper. And your knee. A little out more. 1. Spin block. Very nice. Legs. You. Down. 1. You. 1. 2, 3. Nice kick. Nice punch. 1. 2, 3. 1. Take your legs. The front 6. Maybe you're quite a little more. Zenjutsu. Front 6. 10. 1. Heel. Shoulder down. 1. Heel. So the rising block thing is worth discussing. You want your shoulder down, but not so much down that it restricts your motion if you get stuck. So you have to cover your head. So it still has to come up. Some people, they square off. This is not good. It should be kind of a maybe 30-degree angle. Something with a slide down it. Not square. It is not fair if somebody much taller than you comes along and punches. So that's a high number. But it should be adjustable. It is an interesting sensation. You get put up here with the right arm. On all the other blocks, you can use your body to shock, and you can drop your weight a little bit. But on this rising block, if I drop my weight and pull my shoulder down, I get nothing going up. So you have to figure out how can I shock up and make my body solid. It's a cool thing to experiment with. And maybe next year, when we can touch each other again, we'll practice that kind of a thing. So, I listened to a guy, by the way, today who develops vaccines. I listened to his podcast kind of thing. And he said there's no way around it before you get a real vaccine. You're looking at 18 months, and that's going to be a relatively untried, relatively experimental version of what you get. And on 18 months from now, everybody doesn't get it at one time. It gets rolled out, and they kind of see how it goes, right? So if people are having convulsions or getting sick, then they'll just continue to try a different one. So they usually do that in smaller groups, because there isn't a huge worldwide rush to get it out. But one thing he said is it takes time for people to get vaccinated, it takes time to build up immunity, it takes time for it to go across. So you're going to be wearing masks for 3 years. And I guess I thought that was a good thing to do. It's a good thing to know. Somebody asked him, well, when do we get back to normal? Or something that's lifelong. And he said, well, it depends on what you're willing to accept for sickness and death. So every year, a large number of people die from the flu. Every year, if we all got vaccinated, all wore our masks, all kept social distancing, all washed our hands, maybe 80% of those people would not die from the flu. But we can't be bothered, it's become acceptable. So there will be an acceptable, like, I don't know, percentage of people that will get sick and die. Everybody will just be like, oh, well, what can you do? It's the coronavirus. So, it's not next week, next month, even next spring, when we'll all be training and moving like normal. So you might as well get used to the idea it'll be a while, I think. I think it would be helpful. They had been very straightforward with that information from the very beginning, because that sort of timeline made sense to me when they first started talking about it. Every expert says the earliest you get a vaccine is 18 months, just to go through testing phases. But usually it takes much longer, like years. So this is a rush job. Here we go. Hand down. Out. Stop. Oil. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 1. Eagle. So AJ trained on Zoom on Wednesday. Do you guys remember AJ? Very nice young lady. And she asked about testing. And I said, we will figure out the testing, either on Zoom or in person here in the room. We might, in the next few weeks, we'll start practicing kumite drills with distance. So it's mostly about timing and position. And it helps anyway, right? So maybe one like go down low. He's going to be doing that, and for the lower belts, we stand like this. We go 1, boom, boom, and then go back. And we'll just see, was my timing right? Or did I go 1? That's a little late. Don't you think? Back. 1. That's a little early. I got to match him. And this is a worthwhile drill. So Cynthia Desham used to have us do stuff like this all the time, because it takes away the fear. When you start doing the same drill and he can hit you, it's an added concern. Here you can feel him move, you can see him, you can, without fear, start to react. So I suspect we'll do a number of those drills, and that might be part of your testing. To see, can you react to somebody far away?
Attention level patrons. Time is now 7:30. Facilities will be closing in 30 minutes. Locker rooms remain available 15 minutes following closing. Please plan your time accordingly. Thank you.
Feet together, follow. Hands on up. Good. 1. Hey, go back. All right. So draw underneath, and then drop. That's all right. Push it forward. Under here. 1. So we're going to go 1. So make this strong by pulling your drawing arm and sinking into your back leg. So that's your shoulder. Back arm, back leg, better. 2, 3. Yep. Straighter legs a little bit. 1. Deeper one. 2, 3. 1, 2. Go back. Just in general, you want to get rid of extra motion. So if I'm here and I'm going to do a spear hand strike, this hand is going to go in. It was here, this is going to block, that's going to go in. It doesn't do this. There's an extra wind up. This one only winds up enough to make sure you cover the incoming technique. So if I just do this, and somebody punch face, they hit me. So a little bit of a, that's okay. But this is not serving any use. 2. Better. 3. Give it out. Give it out. Bend your legs. Enjoy the push. Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Down, down, down. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Push it, push it, push it, push it. Heel. 1. Even out with the forward turn. 2. Over down. Push it in. Fire. Fire. Not bad. And donut number 4. Up. Down. Forward. Goes to the left. 1. Shoulders down, bend your legs, stomach together. So, not bad. This is a weak position. You feel that? Turn sideways more. Yep. Now get your elbow higher, higher, higher. Pull your shoulder down. Sink in your back leg. That's way better. This is less crampy, less. Ew! 1. Leave a little space. Ew! Back to 1, 2. Side snap elbow. Hey, go back. Here. Go back. Make sure your right hand comes to here when you stack, and it stays there. Some of you kind of just hang out here. That precision will matter later. So, pull your right over to your side, side stack it. 1, pull, hit, over. Feel. Half a step. Okay, start here again. Don't thrust. Just lightly snap. And hold. 1, 2. It's alright. Hard to change. Now. So, now when you go this way, it's a half a step. So this foot only goes part way, and then you do this other side. 1, 2. Half. Snap. Good. Doing good. Go back in here. 1, 2. Stance. 1, 2. Shoulder down. Twist your hip. Twist, twist, twist. One more time. Go back. And I don't know if it makes a big difference, but not so much this way, this way. Yeah, so, yep, that way. So it's a better striking surface. Sensei Gonzalo said, so you, right elbow straight, this way. Tetsuo was huge on this. He said if he did this in Japan, they'd come up behind you and grab your wrist and drop it. Boom. This is a vulnerable spot. This is a little stronger. And yet I've seen very advanced people do this. And so I think it's a big deal. I mean, I've been taught about this and this and this. I like this better. I think it makes more sense. Some people do it different. So don't tell them they're wrong unless you try to help them. But it is a more stable bone configuration than it is. That way, I guess we're starting my job. Here we go. Side snap. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now keep going. You're going to shift your weight onto your right leg and coil your arms. 1, twisting into your right leg. Ew. Shot. That's very good. Kick and hold. 3, 4. Kind of crossing your shin here. Put this behind you, like 45. Yeah. This part is in your calf. One of these. Either this way, or ankles. But not this way. So don't let your foot come forward so far. Put it back. Yep. Even more. If it stays there, when you turn. Where you go? That's it. 2. Then rows. 1, 2, 3. Coming all the way back. Then from knee. 1, 2. Back stretch. 1, 2, 3. Other hand first, usually. Yep. Then augmented blocks and back steps. The first one is kind of working back up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More. So, you're in the back stance here. You drive forward, you grab. So there's a big weight shift forward. Hands are this way, not this way. Although some people I've seen teach this, it's a different thing through this. And then when you pull down, make a fist and squeeze. And this toe should be pointed, not like a pumpkin. For a bunch of reasons. One is, if you come into my head, if I did this, the foot's in my way, and I'm going to point my toe and stab. Also, since I'm coming up here anyway, this is super vulnerable if my foot is forced. I could get hit or hurt. It's a little protected with a pointer. So when you do these kicks, you point your foot to protect your shin. You don't let your foot down. Nice. So in the best karate series, they do it this way. It's not what I was taught, it doesn't make any sense. Do it that way. Any other questions about hand yoga? It actually looks pretty decent. Try it again. Out. That's it. Boy. 1. Heel. A little bit more sideways on both. 1. Finish through your hips and arms. Heel. Pressure down, down. Yes. 1, 2. Down, 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 down. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. last time, but the move is that you squeeze this way, and your foot slides and your hands, so your hip, your foot, your hands all move at the same time. And that's just because you want to get your weight behind the technique. For tournaments, a lot of times they go, because it's easier it looks pretty, but you're not using your body at all when you move your hands. So that is a problem with competition stuff, and sometimes they make it simpler. Just generally, you want your body, your foot, and your hand all move at the same time, not 1, 2. So go like this. If your left leg is in front, your left arm is in front. Like this. And slide out. 1. Like this. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we just talked about this part. Reach forward with your left. 1, reach. Kneel. 2, 3, 4. 5. Good job. Last side out. Out. Up. Sink in your back leg. 2. Down, down, down. 3, 4, 1. Shoulders down, head up. Eagle. 1. Drop grip. Turn your body. Left hand. 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Shoulders down, legs. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 3. Running back more. 1, 2. 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3.
Attention member patients, time is now 7:45. The facilities will be closing in 15 minutes. All activity areas will be closing in 15 minutes. Locker rooms made available 15 minutes following closing. Please plan your time accordingly. Thank you.
Empty. Out. Back. Me. Boy. 1. On your legs, right shoulder. Bend your elbow a little bit. There you go. You. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Shoulders, bit more. Go back. All the way up high. Smash your whole body out. Better. All. Equal. 1, 2, 3. Strong pressure. 1, 2, 2. No, keep up the punch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 5, 1. Here. 1. Stop at your shoulder, into your feet. Drawing side. Don't pull it back more, just squeeze it more. There you go, that's a little better. 1, 0, 3, 1, 0. Breathe. 4. One time through your own pathway speed, then we go home. Questions before we go? All right, feet together, out, any kind you want, good spirit. Hands out. Boy, did you decide what you're going to do? Yes? Okay. That one, right? Sign on to the set. 1, 2, 3. 1.
Yeah, what's this one? Sorry.
You all down.
Thank you. I have not done any of these for months.
That's okay. I just want you to decide. Here we go. Your knee up when you get it. When you're done, you can stand up. Settle down into the ground. Down. So I think it's fine if you two work on hand Yondan, so your next test will be for your green belt. Right? That's how that works? No, it'll be for purple belt. It'll be for 5th year. That's what you do? After green.
Yeah.
All right. So, right. So keep working on hand Yondan, but please also make sure you practice Shodan, Nidan, Sandan, so they look exceptional. So it doesn't look like, well, yeah, they kind of did those and they worked on this one. Because you're both doing fine with that kata. Just need more time. And we have time now. So, all right, hands keep together. Show me, right? All together, right? Thank you all for training. Class dismissed. Thank you. John Noel, I forgot to watch you. Are you doing hand Goran or hand Yondan? I forget. What kata? Okay. Cool.
Good. I'll keep on practicing anyway.
Good idea. All right, thank you.